Oh, it's you. Hi.
Are you live?
Yeah. Is it everything okay?
They're just playing dominoes and then they're trying to, Grace wants to swing and they were doing dominoes.
Oh, then she's got it. She can't swing.
No, I know. I'm trying to tell her that. She's getting a little frustrated.
Miss Grace. Miss Grace,
Colin.
come here. Oh, she's at the swing.
Another thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just when she does that, and she's getting defiant, you just say, "Okay, take a walk," and she'll walk away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's learning. Sorry. Hi, Blessed. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so the apprenticeship. So you're learning, basically you're learning something new, whether that's about yourself, learning through other people. It could just be the artwork. It could be any of those things. But you're trying to figure out how to bring it into balance, which, by the way, we're all doing all the time. So it's not a bad thing. But you're starting to see there's two paths, right? And there's always two paths at the end of the day. It says two paths, decisions, options, planning. Grass is always greener on the other side. Emigration, suddenly leaving, deciding to stay or go, waiting, anticipation, restlessness, and detachment, right? So you're deciding what stays and what goes. You're deciding for this to come into balance, there are things that I'm going to have to prioritize. There's things I'm going to have to let go of. There's things that have to come into play for this to all happen. I have to learn some new skills, learn some new things, learn to prioritize myself, learn what I'm spending or not spending, right? Where can I budget this? Where can I do that? Which is what we all do all the time, right? Oh, that's good. And it's cold too. All very true. We're all doing that. Like in the economy right now, it's a constant thing. The only difference here is I see you're trying to find the balance of it. You're learning where that is and how to do that, that's like literally life. That's life. And when you're learning, first of all, the first step is acknowledging it, right? When we notice something's out of whack, how to bring it into whack is to decide what it is. And then there's two paths. Do I choose to follow this path, which is probably not the easiest one, right? Because we could always just say, F it, wait till it gets hard. But you're learning, well, if I actually choose this path, it's a little harder now. I got to budget a little more. I got to do this now. But in the end, it's going to be beneficial. And you're just starting to understand that prioritizing, you're learning where your priorities stand and figuring out how to balance that out, which is fantastic. A change of heart, reevaluation. That's what it is, right? That bringing things into balance this is a process that is never ending, by the way. It's never ending. I've separated from my ex who cheated, so for sure, yeah. So a lot of things going on. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. And I'm sorry, but I'm just like so glad. Eventually, sure, that will change, but that process is a big part. And when things have to change and split and be organized and reshaped and that's a big transition, right? And when learning to reprioritize, obviously, and when you see the reevaluation here, it says a change of heart, right? But I want you to focus on here because no matter what happens at the end of the day, your heart is what matters. The only way to move you forward, to focus on you, to rebalance you, to get everything in your life is to focus on your heart. Jumping into a new relationship, not saying that you are, by the way, but any of those things, jumping too soon in those things only set yourself up for failure. So focusing on your own stuff and how to reprioritize what matters to you is where in this world you're always going to benefit. So that reevaluation is part of the process. Look, I picked it up, but that one was a personal issue reaches resolution. You're understanding that the only one to trust is you. I'm enjoying yeah, right? Like, I'm telling you, I've been single for a long time, and it's the best thing I ever did. Adjustments are required. That's the reevaluation process, and that's good. Taurus. Oh, by the way, and Taurus is your home, your heart, all those. That's like what you do. That is the essence of a Taurus, right? Your heart and your home and all of those things. So understanding that, you already know what your priorities are. Now you're just learning how to make sure that you're prioritizing them, which is really, really important. And for all my Tauruses, don't ever feel bad about that. I'm a Leo. So we're used to the adventure, the fire, the head first, all of that thing. But that's also can bite you in the ass if you're not ready. Or if you're trying to take on too much. And it happens all the time, right? And then you have to rebalance. We're constantly learning that. You guys are actually, it's the essence of you. So at the end of the day, it takes a little bit, but you know how to bring it in a lot quicker, a lot easier, because that is where your focus is almost always, right? Which is a wonderful thing, which means you're coming back home and you're understanding where that balance comes. You know you're going to do it because it's what you do, right? And this relationship is much more, I jumped too fast on the new relationship after breakup, is much more better. That's good. And sometimes that's the way it happens, right? When you meet your person, like, when I tell you don't jump like that, I just mean make sure you're focused on you first, right? But there's going to be times where you just get lucky. You like, sometimes you pray to God and you're like, just bring me that person. I've been waiting so long and all these things. And then God's going to ask you, like, are you ready? And you're going to find out if you're ready, right? And in the beginning, in the romantic stage, it may be ready, but it takes a lot to... it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fixing those traumas and understanding what they are so that you don't let them bleed on the new relationship. And if you get lucky and you do get the good, and they grow with you, which is fantastic. And I'm glad too. Simone, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I missed you so much. So, yeah, trust me, I've been by myself for so long. I'm almost to the point of hyper independence, and I was actually starting to question my own, like, is that who I am now, whatever. But then I realized that my love comes in so many other ways. My friends, I'm excited to see my friends. I'm excited to spend that time, and I love not having, I can go, if I want to take my daughter and go for a walk at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the beach, I can do whatever I want. And I'm not waiting for friends to show up. I'm not waiting. I can go visit friends anytime. The idea that no matter what happens, we can make it, and I don't have to answer to anybody except my kid. I do have to answer to her, but the idea that I can do that on a regular basis. What's wrong? What happened? Okay, why do you need Mama Love though? What happened?
It's because they're not putting the blocks away. I don't know.
Okay, so but you can go on the swing after. Let them play with the blocks.
No, I'm going to swing now.
That's not how it works, and you know that taking turns is how we have to work together.
But I don't want to.
But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but that's how it works. All right, so you got, for Taurus, keep good company, read good books, love good things, and cultivate soul and body as faithfully as you can. And now, when I say this, I don't want anyone to take it personally. I don't mean read the Bible. Yes, the Bible can be amazing, but if you want your answers to the Bible, read yourself, right? Read something else. And you can read the Bible. It says take 10 minutes out of each day to read. But when you're reading, focus on a self-help book. I feel like the Bible is always something that should just be a go-to anyway, but it doesn't matter what it is. You're going to get out of it what you put in. But you're going to take that 10 minutes to read, whatever it is. I don't care if it's a magazine. Take it and see everything that you read for that 10 minutes. Pull out of it. Do your own book report. Okay? You don't have to actually, like, write it out, but have that conversation. Where did I feel this? What does this make me think of? How do I relate this? How does this relate to myself and moving forward? Because when you ask yourself those questions, it doesn't matter what it is. You could read a newspaper. You could read Teen Magazine and one of those little articles or something. It doesn't matter what it is. There's whatever you're drawn to, whatever it is you're trying to read, whatever it is. And the Bible's fantastic too. I'm not saying not the Bible. What I'm saying is Don't judge what it is that you feel called to read. It could be an old novel from public school or whatever, like Moby Dick. Whatever your brain decides for you to read, follow it. Don't judge it, follow it. Because I promise you, whatever it is you're reading in that 10 minutes, there's going to be something that inspires you. There's going to be something that tells you about yourself. I'll be waiting here for Libra. That's fantastic. When I promise I will get there, and I will do it for sure. That 10 minutes is going to guide you. You don't know what it is, and I don't want you to put expectations on it. That's kind of why I took the Bible out of it when I said it like that, because when we go into the Bible, we're focused, I must fix myself, I must do this, I must follow that. And the idea is I must not do anything. I must just be myself and follow where my intuition, where my soul is pulling me to learn, to read, whatever book it is, whatever it is, because there's going to be something in there that you're meant to take out of it. There's always going to be something out of that little moment that you read, that you took that time. I don't care if you pull up a news article and you read the article online, however you do it, whatever you're guided to learn about, to get curious about, there's a reason for it. And all you have to do is, out of that 10 minutes, what did I take from that? What did I learn? And I promise you, like to the bottom of my soul, I promise you, it's going to be, oh, I need to learn more about that. You know what? If there's anything I want to study, like actually study, I would love to study religion. If I had the time to do it, I would love to. Because the thing is with religion, at its core, right, we all have, they all have beauty, and they all have guidance, and they all have amazing things, but they all can be misused. They can all be, I'm the higher person, I'm the big guy, you need to listen to me, and that's not God, right? It's the priest or the pastor or whoever it is, right? They all have these things, but it's what you get out of them, right? So you can read a sentence, you can read, like when I read even the little books and stuff that come with these. This is what the card says, right? This is what the creator of the deck says. So this is what this card means, right? But, and I do. Sometimes I'm called to read them, and I absolutely read them. But also, I'm intuitive, and I'm getting what I pick from that card, what I see. I can pull these have little messages, and I do that because what I get from the card, and then what I read here, if it aligns, then that's double confirmation, or sometimes it's a little add-on. But I trust my connection with Source, right? I trust that. And when I read this little blurb, and when I take this 10 minutes, I don't choose to read, and the reason I don't is because right now I'm focused on clearing my brain as I do it. So my 10 minutes that I commit to is quieting my brain, right? And allowing that space so I can say, what is the next project that I want to take on? What is the next one that I can complete that is going to get out there to help other people? And then, what is the one that doesn't put so much expectation on me that I'm going to punish myself? So I have to answer questions, and I do a lot of writing. That's how I do it, right? Well, and I don't believe that it's man-made. I believe in God wholeheartedly, but I believe that you don't, everybody, like, if God is omnipresent, then why are you only just thanking God? I'm going to thank God for the sky. I'm going to thank God for the air, you know. And there's nobody in this world that can tell me that the natives that live forever still, like, celebrating the fire spirit, celebrating the air and the water and all those things. You're going to tell me every one of them went to hell? It's not going to happen. The Christians aren't better than the Catholics, and it's your heart. It's the fruits of who you are that shows what you believe, period. And so if I judge you because you're a Catholic, and I'm not even going to learn about you, or I'm going to judge you because you, I'm trying to think of what it's called, Hindu, all of the religions, there's so many of them, because you believe in the Quran instead of what I believe, does that make you a bad person? Do you hate other people? Like, there's what makes you better than somebody else? And anything that tells you that you are is not true. Period. It's just not. We all bleed the same blood. That doesn't mean they don't have things at the core that are good, that are very much worth guiding. But when you put anything into a hierarchy and you praise it over you, I read the cards. Okay, when I pull these cards, they're confirming my message. What I'm telling you about, this is, okay, I'll read it and I'll tell you, but I've already been talking about it. I'll be having this conversation, and then I shuffle the cards, and it exactly lines up with what I'm saying. It's not for me, it's for you. It's so you can see the confirmation. How could I possibly be talking about this one thing, one subject, and then all of a sudden the card that flips out is exactly aligned with it, right? That's the confirmation for the regular human, the people that don't quite understand it yet, and the ones that know, just know, right? Concept of heaven, people obey. So heaven and hell is a thing, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset, right? Do you want to be in hell on earth, or do you want to be in heaven on earth? And it's your perception. I lived in victimhood for most of my life. I dealt with narcissistic abuse, like to the extremes that many people can't even comprehend. The whole world hated me. Everything was against me. And man, I manifested more of it because this world is magic. 1000% magic. And call it whatever you want. Every voice you speak, every thought you think, your intention goes into everything you do. So, no, I'm not mad at you. So if you speak negativity and all the things that you're worried about and all that, and you speak it, you're just manifesting more of it. We're never-ending manifest, right? But when we're so convicted in what we believe and what we're doing, and you say, I am doing better every day. I am growing for this. I am building my business. I am going to be a better person. You're saying it, and you're doing it, and your body is going to do that. The universe is gonna keep giving you opportunities to show up in that better person that you are. And when we start seeing it from that picture, I'm dealing with magic every single day. I'm manifesting every single day. What do I choose to manifest? Hard things that punish me, or things that sometimes can be hard because life is life, but now it allows me to benefit, to see my strength, to understand. I find the silver lining. That's how it goes, right? Do I want to live in heaven on earth or in hell on earth? It's how I perceive it. It's how I choose to perceive it. And sometimes there's days where it's like, oh no, it's hell today. Only if you choose it to be, right? And then there's always, if you have breath in your lungs, there's something to be grateful for. Have a great rest of your stream. Love it. It was awesome. Oh, thank you for showing up, Ocean. I missed you so much. Slowly, I'm starting to get some time where the balance is coming out, and it's really good. If you don't praise me, you go to hell. So exactly, that is where the church, the pastor, the priest, the upper of the church, where, by the way, we're not supposed to, if you go by their own book, you're not supposed to have other idols before God, right? So if you're doing a pastor and you're giving all your money and all that to the church, if you want to help something, go help somebody. Go see someone in need and actually physically help them. You are rocking it, and I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you so much. That's your baby kitty. I've created so many businesses in my phone, and I've been wanting to be learning about, wait a minute. I've created so many businesses in my phone. I've been wanting to be learning about more. I have been wanting to be learning about it more. About creating your own business? So, oh, it's not a real cat. Can I see your cat? This cat is tore up. It was the for real one. This is the cat. She's very well loved. She is tore up. This is the third one. It's her emotional cat.
And as well, her emotional cat is well.
When she's upset, stressed out, that's what she has. It's just, it is very well loved. Let's just say that. And last year on her birthday, I ordered one, and I waited for a month for it to come. A month. And then it came and it was the wrong thing, and I cried, and I almost, I melted down. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then I went on Marketplace, and I found 2 of them, and I bought them right away. I was like, I don't care. And so now she has 2 of them, and it's almost time for a new one because they're tore up.
Who did you bought? Mama, who did you bought this?
I got it for you.
You bought these ones for me?
Yes. Okay, I'm almost done, but wait. So, learning to choose, right? Choosing what to read, choosing what to do, while you're trying to learn about businesses. So, for your example specifically, you have all these ideas for businesses in your phone. So,
Oh, yes.
in your choosing 10 minutes to read, start looking up, well, what would it take for me to start this business, right? Take some of those ideas, choose 3 or 4 or 5, and say, okay, for today, the 10 minutes, I'm going to look up more about this part of the business. Because there's a lot of little things that you need. Trust me, like my business license, I had to have my insurance just to be open and running. There's all if you're building a legit business, right? Where are you going to post? I started doing it on Etsy, then said, "F that, it's costing me more. I'm just going to build my own website." Then you got to learn to build your own website or pay a bunch of money to have someone to do it. Like there's a million things. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just letting you know that learning these things and learning to understand each step of the game gives you space. It gives you knowledge. So you go into it much more confident, right? You're a little more prepared for all the other things. And building it, there's going to be a time where as you're building it, if you don't have the money to do thousands and thousands of dollars in advertising, you got to advertise yourself, you got to show up, you got to do the things. You got to wait for the world to catch up. And there's going to be times where you have to work your ass off to support your business while you wait for the world to show up and start supporting it back. There's going to be a lot of volunteering. There's going to be a lot of things, especially if it's things that are meant to help the community, to build you up. It's the mental health to help people. Yes, exactly. And that's fantastic. And that's where collaborations and things too, if you already have people that are, I don't want to say in the field, but doing market research, learning how to support others, right? Asking questions, asking friends, asking families, the people that are around you, what would help them the most, right? There's so many ways to do it, but in that reading and in that 10 minutes of reading a day, use it to focus on just one thing here. What is going to make my website stand out? What is going to make my business? Am I going to have a physical place? Am I going to have it just online to start? What is my funding? What is my, I don't want to say backup, but how am I funding it? Am I going to have to work all the time and support it? Do I have good credit? Can I get a business loan? There's a lot of things to learn about. Learn about creating a business plan, because your business plan is your Bible. And yes, things will change, but learning and understanding those are the things that are going to make you more motivated, are going to allow you the space to learn and find ways to do it. Where I can help you with this, if you can help me with advertising. Like, we all have these connections, and when you start doing it, like the people on YouTube have helped me immensely. They taught me how to do it. They taught me how to do thumbnails, and I'm always helping them, cheering them on. Well, I've been disappeared for like a month, but life was lifing, so it's not like they know I always have their back, and I'll always do if they need help, I will show up. And it's the same, right? Learning where those people are in your life, learning where to get that support, where to understand, where to ask those questions. Those are really important things to learn. And when you understand what each thing entails, right, which is the reading of it, it gives you a lot more confidence and makes it a lot easier. So that's why I'm saying that. And then we got child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And that little bit of meditation, that asking what really motivates me, that what is my why, right? And helping others is always, especially others that have been in abusive relationships, that have been through some bullshit, and learning how to empower them, right? And then also understanding that learning how to empower people sometimes means you have to, okay, I've given you this step, this step, this step, and I can't help you until you at least get this far, right? So you're not giving all your energy and being drained, because unfortunately self-unaware people will take and don't know how to reciprocate. And it's not a punishment and it's not a hate or a hindrance, but it's a fact. And until they become more self-aware, you have to learn to be able to give, not expecting anything back ever, right? And so when you give, it's like that pay it forward. You know it's going to come back through other people, other aspects, and learning and trusting that takes time, right? And then we have the C's of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing the unconsciousness to light. So you're understanding what you got, that whole balancing, which makes so much more sense now. What you're learning, right? You're learning how to balance, and the reason it was upside down is because you're learning. You're not there yet. You're in the thought stage, the process. Where do I go from here, right? And then this one is like the collaborations, the learning, the apprenticeship. You're learning who those people are, where to go, where to get that from, which is exactly what you should be doing. And then making those paths. If I want to move forward and I want to build one of these business, what is it that I need to do, right? But you already see the potential. You already know. Okay, you have the faith in yourself. You know your why, and now you're going to commit to it, right? This is your commitment. You're going to take and you're going to choose. And don't say, I need to learn exactly this, I need to learn that. Allow your gut, allow your instinct to guide you to what it is that you need to start learning or reading about. Because I promise you, if you do, it's going to show up for you in a way you can't even imagine. Oh, I didn't even think about that, right? And it's just so wild the way it shows up. But they always say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And all those like cliche sayings, they're there for a reason. People can maneuver them how you want, but when you actually take them and you step back and you observe your life and then observe how they apply in your life, it's kind of pretty mind-blowing. Learning how to be your own witness is pretty wild. All right, for my Tauruses, give me one more of these. How are we focusing that energy to build that potential out? The great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and your soul tribe. And that's exactly what it is. You're learning who your soul tribe is, right? Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Having to learn that balance. Okay, that's wonderful. I love you. You're learning to see the potential to build, to bring everything into light, right? Your soul tribe are coming to play, and it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. I promise you, they'll start aligning. Look at my YouTube. Look at the people that show up for me. Look at, I've been building it out, trying to get it up there. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. That's my first big goal. Is 500 subscribers over there, and it's coming, right? And for you, building a business, you need to start getting your socials out there. Start talking and posting and asking questions. Those little surveys that seem like cheesy that you see, the little polls on YouTube, the little polls on Facebook that are asking these little questions, and you just respond to them every once in a while. Start popping them out there. Allow your collective, your people, to help you understand what's the best way to get it out there, what's the best way to maneuver. It's happening for you, not to you. All the things you're learning, I almost tried to put that on the wrong deck. All the things that you're learning, they're not to hinder you or to make you struggle, they're to make you question, to think, to ask the right questions so you can learn. And that's exactly what you're doing, and that's fantastic. And that's a good month of July, because if you think about it, the stage of that is, you're at the learning stage. You're not at the, I have to go do it and throw my whole heart and soul into it. Stop spilling those. You're at that, how can I do this to the best of my ability and get the best foot forward? And that's your learning phase. And that's the way it should be. Instead of struggling with yourself, I cannot. This is my Taurus. Good for you. Limitless potential. By the way, in case you can't see, it's 0000. So you start seeing that number everywhere. Pay attention. Transformation, serenity, trust, achievement, release, potential, success, and triumph. This is a powerful reminder that anything is possible. If you can dream it, you have the ability to make it a reality. What someone else has can also be yours. Stay calm and trust that what is meant for you will come your way. Release any tension and embrace relaxation, knowing that your potential is boundless. All those ideas in your phone, all those businesses, I need you to understand that they're there. They're not given to you because you can't achieve them. Those options, the ideas, how do you want to do it? What's going to be the best? Hi, Jace. Thanks for the 6-7. Kind of weird number, but we're not summoning any demons over here, so you can try, but it ain't going to work. Have fun doing it. Just understand that no matter what you have going on, if you take that time and commit it to learning what it takes to, no matter what happens, choose your path, right? Once you make the decision to do it, choose your path. It does not mean you can't pivot at any given time. You can always pivot. That's so important, right? And as you learn and as you go, I just made Jace giggle saying 6-7. Well, now you're going 6-7, 6-9. Were you confused? Huh. All right. So the limitless potential, and then we have. I forgot to do these for Aries. Sorry, Aries. But this is the affirmation. Can I just have 2 of these for my Tauruses? How are we staying focused? What are we affirming? All right. Every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought that I have. If you already know your direction, just do it. You made Jace giggle by saying 6-7. Is Jace your kiddo? All right, so for Tauruses, for sure, what you need to make sure you're doing is taking 10 minutes, committing 10 minutes a day, which, by the way, I was also talking to Tier Free, literally saying the same thing, so it just confirms that we all should be doing it. Use that 10 minutes to focus on the things you're trying to build, the things you want to do. Understand that adjustments are always required. It's not a one-time thing. There's always going to be adjustments. And choosing a path doesn't mean you're stuck on that path forever. You can change your mind at any given day. You can pivot. You can add. You can maneuver. But when you understand what it is, it's not so much a juggling. It's not so much a juggling. It's a rebalancing. It's understanding where your priorities lie, right? And that's what I have for Taurus. What's the number there? Let me write this down. 2. All right. And then Libra. All right. Are you still here, Tier Free? I'm about to do Libra. I want my tarot first. You're very welcome. And also, let me know when you make a decision on what you're starting, what you're trying to build. Let me know. You got to understand collaborations and stuff are exactly, look, as I'm talking about it, this didn't start yet for the Libra, but I was just talking about it. You're the magician, right? You have all the tools you already need, right, to manifest it. Okay, this is specifically for you, Michelle. You're the magician. You have all the tools you need. And when you learn how to maneuver them, point them in the direction you have, you can do that. The Page of Pentacles, right? That's your beginning. That's you starting out on the idea. And it doesn't matter where you start, it's how you start. And of course, you always have the strength to continue to move forward. Go inward. Understand that this journey takes that mental strength, that endurance. It's never going to be so simple. And to do that, you got to trust in your own power, trust in your abilities, and find your why. So at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing moving forward, you have that strength. And look for that collaboration part, right? The apprenticeship. There's lots of people out there. My YouTube, my people, when I tell you, They taught me this is how you do this. This is how you, when you go live, this is the things that you should do. This is how you clip your videos. This is how you make a good catchphrase or a good title or there's people out there that support you that really want to help you, and if they don't know how to help you, they're not going to be able to do that. That's why speaking what you're trying to do doesn't mean you have to tell the whole world, but start paying attention for those people that are there and that want to help you and support you, because those people are exactly the ones that are going to help boost you, and God will always lead you to them. They're going to bring them your way. They're going to guide you. Sometimes it doesn't mean that they have to actively, constantly be right there to do it with you. It might be the right video at the right time, the things that inspire you and say, oh, that makes so much more sense. I should try that way. There's always going to be a pivot. There's always going to be an adjustment. And if you understand that, you're in a really good place to understand that your potential is limitless. Your ideas are never ending. And the more you focus on you and what works best for you, it's always going to show up for you. We're due for a phone conversation soon. I'll let you know my idea. Yeah, of course. We'll have to do that. I never talk on here on Messenger because TikTok is wild. I'll have to send you my number, though. And then, do you have my number? I honestly can't remember it. If you don't have it, I will send it to you. It's the same one. Okay, you send. That sounds good. That sounds very, very fair. And look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. You're already putting in the work. You're already putting in the work. You're doing what it takes. And that's all that matters. One step at a time. Don't think about all of the 500 steps. Think about the next step, the next step, the next step. That's it. Because when you get overwhelmed, it becomes really heavy. But if you just keep doing the next step and then you celebrate it as you go, it's a win-win. I'm going to change that. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. I cannot. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. It's a lot of balance and a lot of new beginnings, which creates your stable foundation. That's what those numbers mean, which is perfect. That's fantastic. Okay, Libra, I'm here. What's the number again? 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1. Okay.